before all of that, it's time to start your engines, stall them again, crank the gears, start them again, because this Sunday, Top Gear finally returns to our screens.
And as Paddy, Freddie and Chris set off on an unforgettable Florida trip, it promises to be one of the most thrilling series yet. Let's have a look. It's so good.
You know, sometimes the promo is better than the series.
I hope not. It is in this instance. Can I just ask, what's a bra-friendly top?
It's one where you can't see your bra.
The strap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't see them anyhow,
Well,
can
sometimes you have it off the shoulder and then you get to see the bra, do you know what I mean? It's not those sort of...
Paddy, stick around, you'll enjoy it.
A strappy dress.
I'm all over it.
Then you see your bra.
Yeah.
These are dresses that you can wear your bra.
I watched your thing about the coat hangers the other day.
It's good, that, wasn't it?
Because I agree, you said about the little... You know, you get...
We get the dimples.
Yeah,
You get the
I
dimples,
hate it.
look.
It's good, isn't it?
I like a rounded end.
Exactly.
That's the best coat hanger. Anyhow, Top Gear. Sorry.
Hey.
It's Sunday.
Big Florida trip is
that one on the end.
Do you know what I love is how much Chris A loves being part of the team and B adores television programmes and men. How did you even get involved in this?
I don't know. They gave me a job and they said it's about cars. They didn't tell me about the other stuff you have to do. Hang out with a couple of twerps.
I wondered where you were going.
TV shows.
Be on TV.
But I love
talk
them
about
and
stuff.
I love Top Gear. The rest
Yeah.
of it, you can keep.
But Chris, I'll be honest, so you kind of getting used to it.
Wow. Sunshine on a rainy day.
Positive.
Lovely.
So, Paddy, what have we got to look forward? This is a 30-second series. I can't believe it's been going on so long. It's so amazing.
yeah, well...
But what can we look forward to? Obviously, there's this big Florida road trip.
Yeah, that's this Sunday, because obviously the last couple of years with COVID and everything else, we've been limited to what we can do. So this time they've let the reins off and we've gone out into the big wide world again, and we did an RV trip across the States, the three of us together.
Wow.
And we had such a good time. And do you know what? With what's going on at the minute, so much bloody misery and everything else out there, it would be nice this Sunday to just have a bit of sunshine on the telly and a bit of laughter, and that's what it's all about.
Did you come across any alligators? Because I've played golf in Florida.
I've never come across an alligator, Alison, I've got to be honest, until I went to Florida.
No, but they're everywhere, aren't they? They're literally everywhere.
They are, but he loves them. He's the crocodile whisperer, this lad.
It's just Mick Dundee over there.
No, just desperate to see one. Went to
Did you
Florida.
see one?
Yeah, we saw a few, didn't we? We took the RV, which Paddy chose. It was like something from Breaking Bad, the way it looks. Old 80s RV.
Yeah, but the evenings were good. I tell you.
They weren't. I can still smell it now. I can still smell that vehicle now.
Yeah, he's not selling it again, but it's all right.
But I'd say Florida is I mean, there's so much sort of history of motor racing and motorsport down in Florida.
It's just perfect for crazy American motorsport. You'll find something you've never heard of. Like the donk racing that we saw was it's a remarkable spin-off from what was an illicit, illegal street racing scene that's now been legitimised. So they go to drag strips, and we were horrified at how fast those cars were. I mean, it was ridiculous. Then you find swamp racing. Then we did something called the Dirty 30, which I don't want to explain on.
It's a race, Alex.
And also,
I'm to all comers here.
and of course,
Give us a Dirty 30s.
Americans find Florida an enigma, don't they? They laugh at Florida, and yet Paddy McGuinnes just fits in perfectly in Florida.
Of course.
Loved
Of course
it.
it does.
Loved it. It was great.
And Freddie, how does it all work? Like, does the producers come to you and say, right, we're going to do this, this and this, or do you have, like, some say in what you do?
We have a small say. But then it just seems to be amped up every series. So some of the challenges we do, like I've done a couple of things where the first one I was off a dam in a metro. We all got pulled behind cars on a runway with titanium shoes. And on this one, they thought it'd be a good idea to bobsled a Sinclair C5.
In Norway?
In Lillehammer, yeah, to try and get above 60 mile an hour.
What was
And
that?
how was it?
It was horrendous. Yeah, but I know my place on the show. Yeah, I'd love to do that. Dying inside. Yeah, go. Off we go. I pretend I'm not bothered.
The thing is, this is a dangerous job. I mean, Chris, you actually damaged yourself, didn't you? What happened to you?
Oh, yeah, this was really dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to catch a Frisbee that Flintoff flew at me and I fractured my heel. And obviously these two were so sympathetic and they didn't have a go. The first thing that happened to me, lying on the ground, is McGuinness is over me taking a selfie, laughing, going,
I'm gonna get it up.
Yeah. It was on a church. It was on a church car park.
Didn't give a monkey. Didn't ask how I was.
So you
selfie going.
fractured
Chris,
yourself.
all the driving you've done, and this
Yeah.
is the one thing that
Well,
happens to you.
I
is you're
thought
just
the way
catching
to
a
go is
frisbee.
probably 250 LM Ferrari, Imola. You know, that would be it. A way
Blaze
to go
of
out.
glory.
Not in a church car park somewhere in Florida with McGuinness leaning over me. It wasn't glamorous at all.
So how did it work? Could you drive? Did you just?
Well, I drove the next day. I shouldn't have really, but I got a few
There it
fractures,
is.
and it's taken a little while. There you go.
That was as it happened.
So mean.
What friends are for.
That is literally within 5 seconds of it happening.
Also, it's made so much funny
Don't
about the fact
swipe
you're
across
wearing
on
a
there,
hat.
Alison, for God's sake.
Oh, look, because I can see you're actually in a lot of pain. Look at him. He's like literally crying.
He's got the
and
cowboy
Paddy's
hat
got
on.
his little
It's killing me.
cowboy hat on.
That's right.
Loving life. There he is.
Lads,
there you
tell
go.
us about the cop car. Like, I was so jealous. That's the moment when the series happened, when I saw you.
It was fun.
Essentially, you're driving American cop cars, which is pretty much my whole childhood right there.
God.
Well,
Goodness.
they let us. They said, "Come up with an alter ego of your perfect cop."
So you could pick the car.
We could pick the car and
His was,
everything
as
else.
you'd imagine. What was he called?
What was he called?
Well, my detective was called Dirty Cobra because growing up I used to love Dirty Harry and I loved the film Cobra.
Yeah.
So it was
you
going to be
together?
Dirty Harry and Lethal Weapon, but Dirty Weapon, the BBC weren't.
Weren't
They
having
were
that.
like, we're not having that. So I went, right, well, we'll go Dirty Cobra, and then they
What
let
are you
us-
driving?
Sorry.
What are you driving?
Well, we've got all. You're all right there.
Just having a minute, Pat.
It's the Dirty Cobra.
I bet he was taking it really seriously.
Oh, he got
as well,
into
wasn't he?
character. You should have
Loved
seen
it.
it.
Yeah.
Toothpick and everything.
Loved it.
I went Preston
Loved it.
Ranger.
He was the Preston Ranger.
Like Chuck Norris
Ranger.
style.
I love that.
And what were you, Chris?
Dave Tall.
Dave
What?
Tall.
He was just a bloke who did that. just a bloke.
But these two are basically walking
Yeah.
pantomime, so they spent months defining their roles, getting into character. They had special cars made. I just turned up in a hatchback and a jumper and called myself
He
Dave
went
Tall.
When do I
he
get
went
to
true
drive
to
the
life.
car?
Field racing driver on hard times.
I woke up and looked in the mirror.
What's lovely to see is you're all three of you are kind of lone rangers, really. But you've come together and there's genuine love here, isn't it? The chemistry has been perfect. What do you reckon, Fred?
Yeah, it has. I remember when we first got the jobs, we couldn't tell each other, and I bumped into you at that Palooza, didn't I?
I said, what are you doing here? I'm doing top growing. So am I.
Really?
We were at ITV do a thing called the Palooza, don't they?
Yeah.
And
I love the
we
fact you both bumped into each other and went, what are you doing? BBC show? Yeah, me too.
I say, it's good to be back on ITV. Ligo doesn't know. He'll be fuming when he sees this. Hello, Kevin. I'm in. It's too late. I'm in. And we kind of said we're both doing the show, and we had to keep it quiet. And then all the three of us got together for a sort of one of those like chemistry days. And we just hit it off straight away, and we just had a laugh, and it grows every series. And we know when to back off with each other, and we know when we can go in.
Yeah.
And
Back
it's
off.
just-
I'm on the floor with a fractured heel.
I know.
Yeah,
he
that's
backed
true,
off and
yeah,
took a picture.
He's got a
To what
point.
angle?
But, hey, can I just say, what's going on here?
What is going on here? Good question. What is going on here?
What do you mean?
Well, we do a show together.
We do.
I turn me back for 5 minutes, all Leary's in. He gets well water
It's 'cause
kite,
you're
that
so
fella.
busy.
Saw the
With Top
opportunity,
Gear.
what can I say?
Oh, my
McGuinness?
God. Oh, my
He's so
God.
busy with Top Gear. What I love about this show, though, is it's for everyone, isn't it? Everyone gets into it, even if you're not into cars. Chris, everyone loves this show.
I think it's one of the few shows left on a Sunday evening where you can sit down, mum, dad, kids,
Yeah.
you know, old family style, gentle comedy.
Yeah.
You know, courtesy of Paddy McGuinnes. It's a bit of an institution, as long as we can do that. And the motor car is a great way in. People have all got opinions about motor cars. I know it's a divisive thing now, the car, but it's still the thing we get about in. We spend lots of time in them. They bring lots of joy. They're a great way of doing stupid stuff. So long may it continue. I still think it's good fun.
Yeah.
It's nice when people actually stop, you know, and say, look, I'm not into cars, but I love the show. And you're like,
Yeah.
well, good, it's nice that everyone can enjoy it.
Yeah. Freddie, how are the games to do? Are they fun?
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it?
With our Queen Holly.
Oh, she looked after me, didn't she, Ollie? Me on live
amazing.
telly.
Some fit
There's only
people
one
on
queen
there.
on
So
that
good
show.
together, though. I loved how you kept matching your outfits. That was really
Unintentional,
nice.
I'm sure.
Look at you together. You look so good.
God.
Rebecca. Because
You could have picked a better thing, couldn't you?
You didn't wear that.
It wasn't the clothes, I just looked clueless.
You look like
What was that you put on there, Alison?
competition winner. He's won the competition to host the show with Ollie Willoughby.
Hey,
well done.
Dermot will be doing series 2.
That was...
That's like a meerkat. How did I get here?
What was that suit?
What was that jacket? Oh, carry on, Top Gear.
Well, listen, sorry, the 32nd series of Top Gear is back Sunday, 8 p.m.
Top Beer.
Top Gear is back 8 p.m. on BBC One on Sunday. Thank you, guys. Freddie, Chris, and Paddy.
Thank you.
Oh gosh, it's me.